your business in the next 90 days. So, first of all, we have a lot of people that believe that they're going to get business funding without good personal credit. I'm here to tell you right now that's absolutely not true. You know, what you're going to have to do in order to get business funding, you're going to have to make sure that you got good personal credit. So, we're going to start talking about those of you who may not have good personal credit. So, first of all, guys, you need to raise those credit scores up. If you need help with your credit scores, I'm going to make sure that I put, some stuff in the chat that can help you with your credit. If you need help with your credit, put it in the chat and let me know. I'm going to have you guys type AI in the chat, and that will help you. I'll send you a link that'll help you raise your credit score. So that's the first thing. I want you guys to really, really get yourself in position where you can get better credit. Because the first thing is, in order to raise a lot of capital, you got to have great credit. That's number one. And with that, I want you guys to make sure that you are working on your credit score, because it's not going to fix itself, unfortunately. You got to work really, really hard to fix it. And if you fix it, guess what's going to happen? You'll be able to get that 100,000. So next, if you do need to work on your scores, I'm gonna tell you one of the best ways is to set up a secure card. So after setting up a secure card, I would set up a savings account and a checking account at the bank that you wanna raise capital with. So for instance, one of the best ways to raise capital is deal with the bank you've already been dealing with. That's number one. All right, so if you already have a place that you deposit your checks or that you do business with now, you may want to stick with them as far as, raising capital, because they will be one of the banks that will be the most friendly to help you raise capital. And if you guys got any questions, I want to welcome you to get in the chat, drop your questions, because that's what I'm here to do, help you guys answer your questions. Let's get you guys started on your way to raising more capital for your business. Because most people in business, I tell you, they don't raise enough capital. It seems like all of us as business owners, we raise capital one time and then we're like, oh, I'm good. I'll make sure I pay it all back and I won't have to borrow any more money. And that's totally not the thing to do. A lot of times, the thing we need to do is we need to make sure that we're raising capital every 6 months. Believe it or not, I know that seems like a lot, but most business owners raise capital one time and they're like, I'm done. I'm going to pay it back. I don't want to borrow any more money. And I'm sorry to say, that's not going to make you successful. The thing that's going to make you successful is having money. You may not necessarily need it, but it seems like when things go bad in business, they go bad fast and they go fast, they go bad hard. So I want you guys to have money set aside just in case anything goes wrong. I don't want you guys, getting in a position where you need more money for your business, but you're not actually having that capital there to help your business, get going. So, what I don't want you to do is, get in a position where you need money, but you don't have access to it. I'd rather you be in the opposite position where you have access to it, and then if you need it, you got it there. That's a much better feeling than needing money and not having access to it. Usually it turns out really, really bad. All right, we got our first question. How do you raise capital and how often do you raise capital? All right, so I just kind of chimed into that. I'll repeat it again. I think you should raise capital every 6 months. And also, you said, how do you raise capital? So first thing is you need to have a good credit score. So I would say that's number one. Having a good credit score is something that you need to work on. And you're probably going to ask me, Marvin, what's a good credit score? I would say the minimum is a 680. Best case, 720. And then if you're asking about how long should the business be in business, you should be in business at least 2 years. So I would be in business for the perfect, I'm not saying you have to do this, but for the best scenario, be in business 2 years, have over a 720 credit score, Make sure you're current with your fees with the Secretary of State. Also, make sure you have a copy of your EIN letter with the IRS. And then, you can also make sure that you have a bank account with the bank that you want to raise capital with, and try to put somewhere close to $5,000 in there if you want the best chances of getting approved. Also, do not have more than 3 inquiries in the last 6 months, and try not to have a new account within the last 3 months. So it's kind of like you got to plan this if you want the best results. And this usually works out with somebody that has seasoned credit, that's been working on their credit for a while. It usually works out a little better because you're able to definitely, make sure that you have a great credit score, and you're giving yourself the best chances. So WealthWays said, what's the best business credit score? So I'm gonna say this first of all. Most people don't have to worry about business credit if they have a really good credit score. But if you want to talk business credit scores, if you're talking about an 80 Paydex on Dun and Bradstreet, the scores on business usually go from 0 to 100. So 80 being a good score, and between 80 and 100 is your best chances. You also have an IntelliScore with Smart Business Reports. And with your IntelliScore, it will be the same. It'll go from 80 to 100. You also got the SBFE. I mean, I can go down a whole rabbit hole when it comes to business credit bureaus. But for most people, they just need to concentrate on their FICO score. Making sure their FICO score is above 680 usually will give you the best chances of being approved and getting yourself having a great relationship with the bank. And the biggest mistakes that I see with most business owners is they don't have a business bank account. They don't have a business relationship. And to have a business relationship and a business bank account can give you the best chances. And if you guys got any questions, make sure you drop questions in the chat. That's what I'm here to do. Help you guys out, give you guys tips. And, if you guys want to sign up for a free business strategy call, I can look at your business, I can look at your personal credit, and I can see what you may need to do to give yourself the best chances. How you doing, Alejandra Ramos, WealthWays? Guys, thank you for joining my live. This is my first time doing a vertical live. So if you have not subscribed, guys, make sure you subscribe. We have a bunch of videos. My wife and I'm Marvin, and my wife Gloria, we produce videos about the best banks to go to raise your credit score. And not to raise your credit score, to raise capital. And then we make videos on how to raise your credit score. So we do things, we do videos about finance, about credit cards. We do videos about loans, about banks, and soon to be a travel channel. So we're soon to have a travel channel going. But I want you guys to really, really be excited about raising capital. If you're new in business, drop it in the chat if you're new in business. If you have an existing business, make sure you drop that in the chat as well, because I would love to answer any of your questions. This is like a question and answer live where I can help you if you got questions about your business or raising capital. So one of the biggest questions I get is, Marvin, how do I raise money with no docs? So once again, you got to have a great credit score to raise capital with no docs, because most banks are going to want to see docs if you ask over 50,000. So if you want to go no docs, you need to look at under 50,000. That's usually the best way where you can get approved with a bank and they're not asking you for documentation. And what I mean by documentation, because a lot of people say, well, what would they ask for? Well, they may ask for bank statements. They may ask for bank statements. They may ask for profit and loss. They may ask for tax returns. And if you don't have those, because either your business is new, number one, or either your business has you don't have any, you don't have any tax returns yet because you haven't made a lot of money. Stay under 50,000. Then I get a lot of people that ask me, well, Marvin, I was wondering if I can, if I don't have documentation, what am I able to get? So most people want a line of credit, but the easiest thing to get most of the time is to get a is the easiest thing to get is to get a credit card, and then if you can get a loan or you can get a line of credit, one of the two. So a lot of these things we have myths about. We're thinking like, oh my God, what does this mean? What am I going to get when I go to the bank? So the first thing you can get is a credit card. A credit card is going to be the easiest thing to get for your business in the beginning. So a lot of people want a line of credit, like, Marv, I need a line of credit. But I'm gonna tell you right now with banking, a line of credit is the hardest thing to get right now. You may be able to get a loan after you have a relationship for at least 6 months. Now with most banks, it's taking a year. But if you want to get 0% financing, guys, which is, that's the best financing you're going to get, and where you can transfer your balances over to another credit card that has lower interest. So, for example, you may have a Visa that has 29% interest and you got an $8,000 balance. But if you get approved for a 0% card that has 20 or 30,000, but it's got 0% for 12 months, you can transfer that balance onto the new card, and now you're paying zero interest. So that's what we do. We help our clients pay zero interest for their business debts. So if you guys want to have cheaper interest, you don't want to pay high interest rates, you want to save some money, that's what we want to help you guys with. We want to help you guys get in position where you can actually save money, because the whole purpose of getting in business is to make money. So I want you guys to be able to make money. I want you guys to be able to get in a position where you're making money with your business, because ultimately you're going to have to be profitable if you want the bank to lend you a lot of money. That's number one. Most banks are not going to loan you any money if you're not profitable. So in the beginning, most people we deal with, they want 0% financing, they want no docs, and we can help you do all of that. And so some of the ways that you can get no docs is by having a really, really good credit score. That's number one. So you want to make sure your credit score is over 680. Number one, you want to make sure you got over a 680 credit score, because that's going to give you the best chances of getting approved. And I want you guys to be able to get approved and get the money that you need. So just last week, we helped a young lady with a beauty salon. She had close to an 800 credit score, and we were able to help her get over $75,000 just at one bank. We got her $75,000 just at one bank, guys. So imagine if we went to 3 to 5 banks. You could get well over $100,000 and only get 2 to 3 inquiries. And so let's talk about that. A lot of people are afraid of inquiries, like, oh my God, I don't want any inquiries on my credit. You got to realize you're not going to get a lot of inquiries on your credit if you don't go to a lot of banks. I'm not telling you to go out and go to 10 banks and try to get 5,000 apiece. That's not the purpose of this live. We're trying to tell you how to get over 100 grand, without going to maybe more than 3 banks. Because if you got to go more than 3 banks, eventually you're going to get denied because you keep getting inquiries on your credit. Another thing, a lot of banks look at check systems. If you guys don't know what check systems is a service that tells the bank how many bank accounts you've opened lately. So most banks don't want to see you jumping around from bank to bank, trying to figure out what you can do. They seem like it seems like you're desperate. So what you want to do is you want to plan this. You know, if I were you guys, I make like a 90-day plan. Now, if you already have great personal credit, you can start sooner. But if we're talking about, you know, if people have issues with their credit, you know, then it may take you long. But if you guys got great credit, like on my poll, I said, do you need help with your credit? Most people are saying no. So, all right, if you're saying no, that means you got a 680 or above. So what you want to do is identify the bank that you want to go to. You want to make sure you got your articles of incorporation. You want to make sure you got your EIN letter, and you want to make sure you go and set up a checking account. Now, before you do all of this, let's go through a checklist of what you'll need before you even go to the bank. So most banks want to see your articles of incorporation. They want to see your EIN letter from the IRS. Also, make sure you have a business address, which could be a virtual office, or in some cases, some people may have a brick and mortar. All right. Then make sure you got a company email, not a Gmail, not a Yahoo, not an Outlook. Make sure that you have actually a company email with like info@yourcompanyname.com. Make sure you got a website. All right. All of those things are important. Make sure you even got an Instagram or a Facebook or a LinkedIn for your business. And because I'm going to tell you what most bankers are going to do when you come in. Most bankers, they want to see, does your business exist? If I Google it, can I find your business, your product, or your service? So before you even get started, let's make sure you have this checklist already set up, guys. I want you to make sure that you have all of this set up and you're ready to go, because if not, you're going to look a little weird going in there and you don't have anything set up. So I don't want you guys getting in position where you don't have your business set up correctly. I want you guys going in there excited about your business and ready to actually get approved. Does that make sense? You know, if you guys are getting this, make sure you drop something in the chat. Drop a question in the chat or drop some flames in the chat if you like this information, because we're going to be doing this more often. I want you guys to jump in the chat, you know, ask questions. We had Wealth Waves. They got on here and asked questions early on the live, and I want you guys to do the same thing. Let's get on here. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out what you need to do to get yourself approved, number one, because with a business, 50 or 100,000 is not a lot of money. It is not a lot of money at all, because once you start talking about marketing, employees, and all of that, it's not a lot. And then let's talk about why you need money. So I'm not telling you guys to go in debt. I don't want anybody to take this conversation the wrong way. I'm not saying that you should get in debt. What I'm saying is you should be prepared in case things go wrong in your business, because they can, you know, and I want you guys to be prepared. I want you guys to be in a position where you're excited about your business and you can raise capital whenever you need it. Because the problem we see with most business owners, like right now, the country is in $1 trillion worth of credit card debt. $1 trillion. So you know what that means to most individuals? That means that you may have a $10,000 limit, but you got a $9,000 balance or higher. I've seen credit reports where people are over the limit. All right. Remember, when you're going to get approved at a bank, they don't want to see you over leverage. Most banks want to see that your balances, if you had a $10,000 balance, they want to, a $10,000 limit, they want to see your balances at 30% or lower. The moment you start hitting 50%, 60%, your chances of getting denied are very, very high. So I don't want you guys thinking that, oh, I can be over leveraged and then I can turn around and I can, I can raise capital. That may not be the case. You know, I want you guys to get yourselves in position where you know that you can raise capital and you're confident that you can raise capital. Because a lot of people don't understand that when they go to the bank, they have to have those balances low, because otherwise, guess what's going to happen, guys? You're going to be in a position where you're going to get denied, and you're going to be wondering why. But a lot of times we have our favorite credit cards. We got our favorite credit cards that we use all the time, and we may have a higher balance, but we would say, oh man, I'm going to pay it off, Marvin. But guess what? You may not pay it off in time, and it's going to make it look like you never paid this credit card off, and the rest of your balances are low, but this one card is close to being maxed out. You don't want that to happen, because bankers are looking so closely right now at your credit report and at your balances, because the economy is tight right now. I've seen 700, even 800 credit scores get denied. You know what I mean? I've seen credit scores that usually wouldn't get denied. And so I'm gonna give you guys another tip. If you wanna increase your chances of getting approved, if you know someone that can add you as an authorized user to a really old credit card with a really high limit, with a really low balance, that can really help you out. And so adding an authorized user, believe it or not, it still works. It actually still works, and it can really help you, in getting approved, because we've seen this at different banks where we thought it was, the authorized users were dead, but no, they're not. A lot of banks still, they want to see you with a high limit, whether it's yours or whether it's an authorized user. They want to see you with a really long history. So if your history is shorter than, I would say, 3 years, you need an authorized user, because that's going to increase your chances of getting approved. If you've had credit repair before, or you're rebuilding credit right now, I'm telling you right now that adding an authorized user would definitely increase your chances of getting approved. So let me give you scenarios. So let's say you've been banking with Truist Bank. I'm just going to throw out a bank. Say you've been banking with Truist Bank on the personal side, and you're thinking, all right, I want to really get a business loan and start a business. So one of the first things you need to do is start a business checking account. So start a business checking account with the bank. Try your best. If you can afford it, put about $5,000 in there. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to give you a high bank rating score. And that's going to give you better chances of being able to get approved with that bank. If you can start making deposits, within a 60, 90-day period, now you're increasing your chances, and you're letting the bank know that you want a banking relationship, number one. So if you're doing all of these things, it's going to let the bank know that you're serious about, doing business with them. And I'm going to tell you what I've seen. Now, clients that I have, students that I have, I've seen them get a credit card a lot easier than a loan or a line of credit. And I'm telling you right now, in this financial economy that we're in, they don't want to give out loans and lines of credit without financial documentation. So if your business has tax returns, has a profit and loss, and current bank statements over $10,000 a month in deposits, then you got a chance at getting a loan or a line of credit. But if you don't have over $10,000 a month in income, you don't have your last 2 years taxes and a profit and loss statement and 6 months worth of bank statements, I wouldn't apply for a loan or a line of credit right now. I would go for credit cards, because you got your best chances of getting approved. And then you're probably thinking, well, Marvin, how long do I have to be in business? You got to be in business at least 2 years, and then you got to have at least a 680 credit score. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of you guys are thinking, why should I do this? And a lot of people don't have their why correct. For me, it was time freedom. I didn't like having a job. I wanted to work for myself, and I preferred to make my own money and, have my own hours. Now, it's funny, when you become self-employed or a business owner, you normally work longer. You actually work a lot longer than 8 hours. I remember the first business I opened, I'm looking at my clock, looking at my watch, at 3:30. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get ready to get off. And I never forget, I did construction work, and the contractor looked at me and he said, Marvin, you work for yourself. You need to stop looking at your watch. You don't get off until the job is done. And you guys got to think about your why. Is it your family? You want to spend more time with your family? You want to make more money? Or do you just want time freedom and travel freedom? Like right now, I'm traveling, but I'm still able to work. My wife and I are in Mexico. So I can be in Mexico, I can still work, I can still reach thousands of people, and I can still make money because I chose to have a business where I'm mobile. I can move around. I don't know what you guys want to start as far as a business, or if you have an existing business, let me know in the chat. What is it that you need to raise capital for? Let me know in the chat, and let me know, more importantly, why you need to raise capital. Like, why are you guys wanting to raise capital and start a business? It's so much easier to get a job. Why do you want to raise capital? Why do you want to start a business? And let me know in the chat what are your stumbling blocks? What's holding you back from being able to raise capital? I want to know in the chat, because most people I've talked to lately want to start their own business. During COVID, it was more businesses started than ever in history. So it's a big movement of people that want to work for themselves. I want to know from you guys today, what makes you want to work for yourself? What is your why? Why do you want to have a business? Why do you work so hard in your business? I would love to know in the chat what you guys are doing and why you want to do this. And I want you guys to realize, if you want a free business strategy call, that we can help you guys out with a free business strategy call and help you guys get yourselves in position where you can actually have your own business and raise more capital. And I want you guys to, get there. I want you guys to have the capital that you need, and I want you guys to be able to, do the things that you want to do. And if you guys want a free business strategy call, all you got to do is check the link in my bio and you can set up a free business strategy call. Look in the description. This is my first time doing a vertical live, but look in the description, and I want you guys to get in there, and I want you guys to set up a free business strategy call so we can help you guys get in a position where you can do the things that you want to do and be able to, get the capital that you need. So if you guys need more capital, this is the place to be. I want you guys to subscribe, like and subscribe. We got a few people on here. I want you guys to like and subscribe. So Rudy Garcia says, how much for your service? Well, Rudy, it depends on what you need. So some people come to me and they need credit repair. I got one fee for that. Some people need business funding. Sometimes with the business funding, we can do what we call a back-end fee or a success fee, which means it's no upfront charges and I only get paid if I get you funded. So it depends on what you need, Rudy. So if you can be a little bit more specific in the chat, do you have over a 680 credit score? That's number one. Do you have less than 3 inquiries? Do you have a business that has been around over 2 years? Like, do you need credit repair? Do you need business funding? Or you need a little bit of all of it? All of that depends on what the fees are. But Rudy, you're more than welcome to set up a free business strategy call. It depends on your business. Like with some of them, we can get credit cards. Like I have what we call relationship managers at banks. I have relationships with managers, and guess what? I can help you get a large approval. Like you can try manual underwriting, right? Which means some business credit cards let you sign up right there on the website, but you're going through computer underwriting. I'm gonna send you to a relationship manager. Like some of the people I get approved, they get 75,000. Like I just helped several people in the last week. Their first approval was 75,000. And yes, it was on a credit card, but it was 0% purchases for the first 12 months. You were thinking about doing a HELOC. So tell me, why were you thinking about doing a HELOC? I would say I would leave my home alone. I would do business funding. Is this for your business or is this for something else? Because think about it. Why would you take the equity out of your house when you can go get business funding that's unsecured? Like you're taking money from your household. I don't know if I would do that if I were you. I'm not telling you what to do. This is purely entertainment, guys. This is not financial advice. So I'm just like, why would you do a secured loan against your house when you can do unsecured loan just based on your credit score? I don't know. I would think about doing that if I were you. It's a lot of money out here, especially if you got a good credit score. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a good credit score, I would think about doing unsecured credit cards. If you got tax returns, financial statement, I would do something else. I would, you know what I mean? I would make sure I get some unsecured money. I wouldn't be messing with my house. Just keeping it real. So, but anyway, Rudy, thank you for the questions. Rudy, if you don't mind, what type of business do you have? Let me know what type of business you have, and maybe I can give you some more advice. Because, sometimes you can build business credit. So you got different things. I call business funding when you go to get a Visa, a MasterCard, or American Express. To me, that's business funding. But if you wanted business credit, let's just say you have a landscaping company or you got a construction company or something like that, then I would say, hey, Rudy, you might want to get a net 30. A net 30 is like a charge card. They give you 30 days to buy supplies or buy materials, and then you go from there. But I just dropped the link, Rudy. You can set a appointment right there if you want a free business strategy call. So for anybody that wants a free business strategy call, I just dropped the link for it. I want you guys to check it out. And if you guys want to, get on the Zoom call where I can look at your personal credit, I can look at your business. Oh, you in my favorite, Rudy. What's up? You in real estate. I love it. Okay, let's talk about real estate for a second. I definitely would not do a home equity loan if I'm investing in real estate. No way, no how. Because you know what? If you're new to it, one day you're going to lose money. And the last thing you want to do is lose your home equity. How do I know? Been there, done that. You know what I mean? So with real estate, man, you let the property stand on its own. Get the loan against the property. First of all, if you're going to get credit cards, Rudy, you laughing too, right? I feel you. So the first thing I would do, man, like keeping it real with you, I would get credit cards and then I would get a relationship with a bank. I'm telling you right now, you might want to be in my mentoring program because I can show you how to get hundreds, thousands, maybe even millions in a couple of years on how to invest in real estate. And you can start off with your credit. You can also start off without using your credit. So it's two ways to do it, but I would not unequivocally, without a doubt, use my home equity. Ain't no damn way, period, point blank. What I would do is use my credit. And I would, like, what I can show you how to do is put a business plan together. See, like, you know what happens, Rudy? We had these ideas right here, but we never put them down on paper. Like when you really start speaking the language that a banker wants, they want paperwork. Like they want to be able to take your business plan to the board. Like you got to think about it. You might meet a banker that's a manager, but they got to take all these deals to the board. And the board makes a board decision on it. So what I'm telling you is, like, I like building systems. I don't like to just wake up one day with an idea. I want a system. And what I'm telling you is, I think that if you put a business plan together, you work really hard on your credit score, you set up the LLC, then I believe you'll have a better chance of getting more money. Like a lot of people jump out and do hard money. I hate to say it, if you got a job, if you got any kind of financials, I don't like hard money. I like going to a bank and getting better rates because, we had a saying back in the day with real estate, they loan to own. Hard money loans to own, and I don't want you in a position where you got an automatic business partner. Like you want a business partner that doesn't want half. By the time you get through with a hard money lender, they're going to want half your money. I don't want you in that situation. I want you in a situation where you're getting good interest rates with a good bank, and they're trying to help you get to that next level. Like, I'll be honest with you, when I learned this from my mentor, I had a mentor that taught me this. I didn't just come up with this on my own. He showed me how to get with a bank and write a business plan, get my financials in order. It took me about 3 months, but I was able to get $250,000, and that was 15 years ago. So today that might be like a $500,000, 700,000, and imagine I didn't stop there. I went to 12 other banks, because what they do when you go to the bank, they pull your credit last if you got a business plan, because they're going to take their time and look at the business plan. And I don't want to go too deep with Rudy on this, but I just wanted to, I get excited about real estate. But let's go back to, and it's all the same. We're talking about how to raise money. So you can raise money faster with real estate because you got the property as collateral. But I know a lot of people may want to hear about unsecured money. And in my advice, Rudy, I want you to do both. I want you to raise money unsecured, and I want you to raise money secured, because the same bank that will approve you for a real estate investment loan will be the same bank that can actually give you an unsecured credit card. And notice, I'm not talking about mortgage broker. I'm talking about banks. And that's what I want you guys to get in your head. You got to remember, a broker is broker than you are. That's what, like, I'm telling you stuff that we used to chat about back in the day when we did real estate and when I was learning. The first thing you want to do is run to a broker, because they give you all this stuff that, oh my God, I can really get you approved fast. They're doing the same damn thing you can do. They're going to look for the money, but I'm going to show you how to look for the money a different way. I'm going to show you how to look for the money where you're going to be able to go get the money for real, and a lot of people are, they're saying, go to hard money, do this, do that. I'm going to show you how to go to the bank. And in some cases, I'm going to show you how to deal with the president of the bank. Yes, the president, not the person behind the desk that's a manager or that's the branch manager. I'm going to show you how to deal with the president of the bank, because you let your documentation do all the talking, if that makes sense. You let your documentation do all the talking. If you walk in there just talking, they're going to be like, okay, here's another guy that has a great idea. But when you sit down and when I show you how to put all your documents in order, you're going to have a greater chance of getting approved. Anyway, Rudy, thank you for that question, man. I really, really appreciated it. But like I said, this is not financial advice, but I don't think you should use your home equity loan. But all right, next person or somebody else, or Rudy, if you got any more questions, man, drop them in the chat. And anybody else. And Rudy, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I do have some videos on my lives about real estate. So no problem, man. And if you got more questions, let me know. And Rudy, make sure you subscribe, buddy. Subscribe, and then do me a favor, everybody. This is my first vertical live. Do me a favor, share this with 3 other people. The share button is right at the bottom. It's right at the bottom in the right-hand corner. Just hit share. Send this to 3 other people for me, guys. Let's get this going today. We're going to be dropping off some good information. I want you guys really, really excited about this. And I want you guys in a position where when you go to the bank what you want. The products. And notice what I'm saying, guys. They're called products. So I want you shopping for the right products when you go to the bank. I want you talking the language of a banker when you go. They don't call them credit cards, lines of credit, and loans. They call them products. And I want you to look at it that way. Look at them as products, and look at them as which product is the right product for you. And that's what I want you guys to really think about. What product is right for you? Because every product is not for you. It's not meant for you. Some products are meant for other businesses. They may not be meant for yours. Like when we're talking about credit cards, I want you guys looking at the right credit cards. If you travel a lot, I want you getting a travel rewards card. If you're in the city a lot, you're going to restaurants, you're going to get gas, I want you to get the cash rewards card. Notice all these credit cards have different features for different types of businesses. Okay, if you're just trying to save on interest, I want you to get the low interest card. Matter of fact, we just dropped it. We got a video that we're working on right at the moment. And this video talks about what I'm saying right now. And I want you guys to really look at, hey, I got to make sure I get the right products for my business. And a lot of times credit cards are not bad, guys. I get a lot of people that, oh my God, I don't want a credit card. It's not the credit card. It's the person swiping the credit card that you got to watch out for. It's not the credit cards at all. You just have to be careful with your purchases. And then, like I said at the beginning of this live, you have to raise money and you have to continually raise money. You don't want this to be something you do just one time and, oh, I'm going to pay the money back. I don't want to raise any more money. No, that's not it. Get that out of your head. You want to raise as much money as possible, and that's where most businesses make mistakes. You want to raise all the money that you can possibly raise for your business, and you want to make this a habit. A lot of people concentrate in business on what they do for a living. I want you guys to concentrate on raising money because that's what's going to keep you in business. A lot of times you're sitting around thinking about, I got to make sure I do a great job. No, you got to make sure you got some money to stay in business. I've heard several businesses, they get a great opportunity, but they're not prepared for it. I don't want that to happen to you guys. I want you guys to be prepared when the opportunity presents itself. You know why? Because you got the money to act on it. Like Rudy, we're talking about real estate. Man, the worst thing in the world is that somebody gives you a good deal or a real estate agent brings you a good deal and you don't have the money. That's like the worst feeling ever. So I want you guys in the exact opposite position. I want you to have all the money available. Now you're spending time looking for deals. It makes the deals a lot less stressful, a whole lot less stressful. So I want you guys to drop questions in the chat. Rudy, if you got more questions, man, let's get to it. This is like you having an hour-long free consultation with me. So drop those questions in the chat, man. Let me know what you guys are looking for, what you guys want for your business, and where you're trying to go. And believe me, I'm going to tell you stories about people I've worked with. I've worked with people that had a horrible credit score, almost homeless, and having the credit that they needed to start a business because they were hungry. Like they were really trying to get a business started. They were really trying to change their life. They just needed the money to give them an opportunity to get in position. I know one person we helped, they went from damn near homeless to they were making almost $1 million a year within a 4-year period. So some people out here may just need the opportunity, but that may not be you. You may just be the person that has a burning desire to do a business that you've always wanted to do, but you didn't know how to find the money. Well, I'm here to tell you, I've done it wrong and I've done it right. Like Rudy, the reason why I have so much experience, I was one of those people in '08 that ended up losing everything because I was over leveraged. So there is a thing of being over leveraged. So I want you guys to practice both, having cash and having debt. Like Rudy, instead of, refinancing your house, you refinance that investment property. Don't refinance yours and pull all the equity out. Refinance an investment property that you get below value. You refinance and get that equity and take some of the money and pay your house off. Because the whole goal is, Rudy, you want your house paid off at the end of the day and you want to play Monopoly. That was my favorite game as a kid, was playing Monopoly. You buy the 4 little greenhouses, then you get a hotel. I don't know if people even play Monopoly anymore, but man, that's one of the fastest ways to get rich. Most millionaires and billionaires have real estate in their portfolio. So real estate by far is one of the best investments to get in, but I want you to be careful doing it because just as fast as it can make you rich, it can make you poor. It really can. Back in '08, man, I ended up losing almost 30 houses. You know, I was close to $1 million in debt on houses, but I made a critical mistake. I had houses that were paid off or close to being paid off, and I sold them. That was a critical. But I panicked. You know, I panicked. We hadn't seen anything like '08 for over 100 years. You know, so I panicked. You know, I'm thinking the financial world is coming to an end, and I had to realize it wasn't. You know, it was just me with inexperience, you know, not having the right mentors to tell me, calm down, Marvin, be quiet, and, you know, hold on to what you got. Once you get something paid off or close to paid off, you know, don't sell it. Go out and buy you something else and refinance those properties and eventually just sell them if you need capital. So, all right, guys, throw me some more questions in the chat. Rudy had me on a tangent there talking about real estate because I really feel great about real estate. I love the business, and I want to help you guys raise more money. So if you guys got more questions, definitely throw it in the chat, and let's talk about raising money. Let's talk about getting yourself in a great position. So I want to talk about what most people do wrong. So we had a client last week that forgot to pay his Secretary of State fees. He forgot to pay him. Guess what ended up happening? He ended up actually getting denied for $50,000 because he forgot to pay a $200 annual fee. So I'm telling you guys, check the Secretary of State. Make sure that your company has not been dissolved and that, you know, they haven't said that your business is dissolved because you haven't paid your fees. That's number one. All right, number two, make sure you got a business bank account. I've met so many business owners that do business out of their personal account. They do business with Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Those are not bank accounts, guys. Those are money transfer accounts. All right, if you want a bank account, go get a bank account with American Express. At least you can get some points. Bank of America, Chase Bank. Get a bank account with one of the top 10 banks in the country, guys, so that you can start building a relationship. Next, make all your deposits in one account. Even if you're using Cash App, Square, Venmo, all of that, make sure that it ends up in your bank account, okay? Make sure the money ends up in your bank account because at the end of the day, when you start borrowing money, the bankers want to see that that money is deposited into your business bank account. That's where it starts. All right, if you can, try to have over a $5,000 balance on a monthly basis. That gives you a very high bank rating or internal banking score. All right, now let's talk about you on the personal side. Make sure that your personal credit is over 680. Make sure you got comparable credit cards to what you want to get approved for. Make sure you got a 680 credit score or higher. Make sure you got like $10,000 limits. Make sure your business is over 2 years. Now, I have seen businesses that are 6 months old that still get approved. So all of that can work. It just depends on, a lot of it depends on your personal credit score. All right, next, make sure your inquiries are under 3 inquiries for the last 6 months. Also, make sure you have no new accounts in the last 3 months. And what I mean by accounts, car loans, home loans, credit cards. Make sure there's nothing new for the last 3 months. And I'm giving you guys the best chances you can possibly get at being able to raise capital. Does that make sense? And if it makes sense to you guys, drop some questions in the chat. I want to hear what you guys are struggling with or what questions you have about raising capital, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you get more money for your business. So if you guys are interested in business credit or funding, I'm giving you the chance to get a free business strategy call. Now, we're going to do this for a short period of time. This is not going to last long, but I'm going to do free business strategy calls. And then we're going to get to the point where we will be charging for them, but not today. You guys are lucky. This is one of my first vertical lives. I want to give you guys the opportunity to get a free business strategy call where we help you guys raise capital for your business. And I want you guys to be successful. And I honestly mean it. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing a free business strategy call. I'd be charging for it. And we will soon be charging for it. So don't miss out on it, guys. We want to give you guys the opportunity for a free business strategy call. And if you guys are looking for lenders or you're looking for more information about credit, we have an ebook that's on sale for $24.95. And I'm going to get my assistant Aloysia to drop that in the chat. We have an ebook, we got a lender list, and we got a build your credit fast ebook. We got a whole combo. And Aloysia, if you can do me a favor and drop that in the chat, that would be great. It's only $24.95, guys. This is valued at over $297. So, if you guys want to learn more about your personal credit, more about your, lenders, and more about building business credit, I'm going to drop a link in the chat that shows you how to build your business credit, build your personal credit, and I give you the lenders that you can go to. I even give you the bureaus that they pull. But if you don't have the time, we get a lot of clients that don't have the time. They don't have the time to look for the banks, talk to the bankers. They want us to help them do it. If you guys want that, we do have a service where we can help you guys be able to raise capital if that's what you want to do. We do all the work for you, and we only charge you if we succeed. And we call it a success fee. So we will help you guys be able to raise capital if that's what you're trying to do and you want to raise capital for your business. We want you guys to do this. I want you guys to be super successful, okay? I want you guys to be able to raise all the capital that you can possibly raise for your business and get yourself in a position where when good opportunities come, or maybe you got a business where you take orders and you sell a product, I want you guys to be able to fulfill those big jobs that usually pop up because you've been working hard, you've been putting all that work in. All of a sudden you get an opportunity for a big job. I want you to have the money to be able to fulfill that big job. Or you're probably thinking, Marvin, do you know what $100,000 could do for my business? Yes, I do, because I know what it did for mine several times. So I understand where you're at. You may be struggling with personal credit right now, and you need a few tips to get you there. We can help you and advise you on your personal credit. You may need help with setting up your business properly. Maybe you're an LLC, and maybe we can direct you to an accountant or a lawyer to help you do it right. Because remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not giving legal or tax advice. I'm just telling you what can help you get approved when you go to the bank and what can help you get the best chances of being approved. Because who wants to go to the bank and get denied? I don't. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the bank when I got a 90% chance of getting approved. And I know you guys can do that as well. So if you guys are excited about raising capital, do me a favor, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video, and right there on the bottom right, do me a favor, share this video with 3 other people, guys. All you got to do is hit the bottom right-hand corner and share this video with 3 other people, because I'm telling you, if you don't need it right now, you might know somebody else that needs to raise capital. And what my wife and I are here to do, we're here to help people get in position to take their businesses to the next level. And I believe you guys can do it. I believe you got the why, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be listening if you didn't need it or want it. And it depends what's stopping you. So now let's talk about what holds most people back. It's fear. Do you know I've talked to so many people that make excuses about why they hadn't started their business. Fear is the biggest culprit that holds people back. You guys shouldn't be fearful to do something you've always dreamed of. Matter of fact, you should let the fear inspire you. You should let that fear take you to the next level. And I think everybody should get themselves in position to do this. Just most people don't take the time to do it. And I don't want you guys in a position where, you got it, you can do it, but you're letting it hold you back. Why would you let this hold you back when all you can do is take your business to the next level? Don't let this hold you back, guys. use that fear on the inside to inspire you, to motivate you. You know, what is your why? Do you want more time with your family? Do you want to take more vacations? Maybe spend more time with your kids? Or it could be a situation where you need more money because now your parents are getting older and you got to help your parents out. So starting a business, sometimes people have different whys. I want you guys to reach deep inside and see what is your why. Because I can give you all the mechanics to go out and raise $100,000, but your why may not be big enough. I want your why to be big enough. You may need to help out family members, or maybe you're tired of working and you want to own your own business. You know, you're working for somebody else. You're making, all this money for somebody else, and now you want to work for yourself. I can show you guys how to put that in place. We've helped so many people in business and new to business own their own business and have the lifestyle that they wanted. So you can do it too. And so guys, make sure, drop some questions in the chat. I'd like to know who all is actually listening to this live. We got several people listening. Guys, drop some messages in the chat. Let me know who you are. And then make sure we got a free community. Matter of fact, Eloisa, make sure we got a short link for our free community. I almost forgot about that. Can you make us a short link for our free community and drop it in the chat? Because guys, we got a free business strategy call. We got a free community for you to get in where we're going to have several business owners be in this community to help you guys motivate and, get motivated. Sometimes you got to get an accountability partner. I don't know if you guys have ever heard that, but sometimes you may need an accountability partner. You may need somebody to hold you accountable, keep you inspired, and get you in a position where, hey, you know what? I know if I don't do this, Marvin is going to be on live tomorrow and I got to deal with, he's going to ask me, why didn't I do it? And believe it or not, accountability partners can help you out big time. And I want you guys to do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. It's Marvin and Gloria Smith. Make sure you give us a like and also share this with 3 other people because we want other people to learn about raising capital. We want them to be able to raise the capital that they need for their businesses. I want you guys to be excited. And there it is. Eloisa just dropped our free community, guys. Make sure you guys get in our free community and make sure you guys be a part of that free community because we got so many people that we can help. We just started dropping information about grants in our free community. Matter of fact, I know, Eloisa, I'm working you to death over there, but Eloisa, can you drop our grant, one of our grants, in the chat? I want to see if I can send you one, Eloisa, but let's drop the grant information in here. I want everybody to get on here and get excited. We got access to grants. Oh my God. I mean, when I tell you, we got so many things that you guys can do. It's unreal. We got a situation where we got access to grants. Depends on if you got a restaurant, you got a bar, you got, you're a veteran. We got grants for veterans. We even got a grant where the NBA is giving some money. So Eloisa, I just put it in your chat. Make sure you drop that link for grants on this video as well. All right, Eloisa is on it. Eloisa is a good moderator. All right, Eloisa, I like you. You killing the back end over there. So Eloisa, matter of fact, I was thinking maybe we could send out this link. Let me see if I can text you this. We can actually invite people to this live. So maybe you can come up with an email for me right quick, Eloisa, and send this out. Let me see if I can. Matter of fact, let me see if I got your number in here, Eloisa. I'm gonna send it to you so you can text this out to people on the internet. This may be great. So we can create an email. Let me say that, Eloisa. Create an email and send this email out that we're going live right now. Especially if you didn't send the email out, drop this email that we're live right now, and let's see if we can get some more people on this live and get it excited. This is my first one, and I'm gonna go hard, guys. I want you guys to get excited about this. I want y'all liking this. So we just dropped the link with a free business strategy call. We dropped the link with a free community. We also dropped where you can get grants. Now, let's go back to raising capital because I know a lot of people want to raise money. So guys, keep in mind, the main thing you want to do is make sure you got a good credit score. Matter of fact, Aloysia, let's drop one more thing. Let's drop our AI link for those people who got issues with their credit. They may not want to say it on the internet. Can we drop our link that we have for luxury credit hacks? So if you guys don't know about luxury credit hacks, we got several videos about how to fix your credit with AI. So if you guys if you have those nagging things that's on your credit, you want to get it off, we have what we call an AI system where you can do it yourself. So for those of you who like AI, you want to do it yourself, I need you guys to check out Luxury Credit Hacks, okay? Luxury Credit Hacks will help you work on your credit by yourself. You don't need a credit repair company. So this AI software, which we just dropped the link right in the chat, this AI software can help you work on your credit, all right? For those of you who got collections, late payments, inquiries, you can get on this AI software and you can work on your credit yourself to improve it. Because I'm here to tell you, when you want to raise $100,000, the bankers are going to look at your credit report. Keep that in mind, guys. They're going to look at your credit report. They want to make sure that you got a 680 and above credit score. All right, so do me a favor. Let's drop some more questions in the chat. I had Rudy earlier. Rudy dropped some great questions about real estate. So if you guys want your questions answered live right now, I want you guys to jump in the chat and let's get going. And Aloysia, also, if you look in the live section, Aloysia, on YouTube, you'll be able to get the link for this YouTube. So Aloysia, if you need any help, let me know. I think I can drop it in your Skype so you'll have it. So Aloysia, guys, she's our assistant. She is a rock star. She's behind the scenes, but trust and believe, we can't do a lot of this stuff without Aloysia. So I want you guys to give a shout out to Aloysia, especially the ones that set up a free business strategy call. You will be talking with Aloysia. She will help you guys when it comes to getting started, getting set up. And then myself or Gloria, we would jump on the Zoom calls to talk with you guys and, do what we need to help you guys get there. But Aloysia, see if you can drop an email. Hey, Aloysia, see if you can drop an email right quick. And let's get some more people on this live. I think this live is going to be one of the best lives we've ever done. And I'm so excited to be on here helping people because that's what we want to do at the end of the day. My wife and I, we put a lot of time in credit. We put a lot of time in business owners, learning about business credit. We put a lot of time in our own education. And I'm going to tell y'all more than anything, we put a lot of time in this YouTube channel. And we want this to be something that, that helps people. We want to build a community. I don't know if you guys know this, but YouTube is getting ready to come out with a community where you can not only be a subscriber, but you can actually be in the community on YouTube. Man, they got some great things coming out. I was on their blog yesterday, and YouTube has some amazing features that are about to come out, and I want you guys to be a part of it. I want to help you on your journey, okay? I want to help you on your journey to raise capital. All of you guys out here that want to be business owners, that want to raise capital, I want to be there, my wife and I, every step of the way to help you raise capital. I want you guys commenting to say where you are today. Then I want you to stay on these lives, stay watching our videos, and I want you to let me know 3 months from now, have you improved because of watching our videos, listening to our content. We want to help you get there. We've helped people that had 500 credit scores get over 720 and raise over $200,000, $300,000. We've helped tons of people raise money. Gloria and I have helped people raise millions in the last few months. And when I say that, that's collectively. We've helped people raise millions of dollars in the last few months. If you want to be one of those people, all you got to do is click the link below and get a free business strategy call. Okay? If you got over a 680, your business has been around for 2 years, there are no upfront fees. So I'm not here to sell you anything. We're here to help you. We only want to get paid if we do the service. So, when it comes to funding, guys, you can't beat that. We want you guys to get there. Now, if you got credit issues, it could be some upfront fees. But you guys, if you use that software I'm telling you about, you can work on your credit all by yourself. The software is only $39.95. That's like $1.33 a day. So if you got credit issues, let AI help you. Like we used to have over 30 employees when we were doing credit repair, like is our main source of income. 30 employees. Do you know now this AI can do what it took us hours to do? It can do it in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, guys. I'm talking, I've had several people test this software. Normally, everybody tells me it only takes them about 15 minutes to do it. I want you guys to be able to do that. I want you guys to be in a position where you can take your power back, where you can take your control back, where you can be in a situation where, you know what, you're in control of your credit. You're in control of raising capital. All you need is the information. And I'm going to give you that information that's going to help transform your life. Now, let me know in the chat, who is ready to raise capital? I need you guys getting involved in this chat. Drop some flames if you need to raise capital, guys. Let me know in the chat. We had a couple people on here earlier dropping stuff in the chat. I want you guys active in this chat. Let's get going, guys. Let's start talking. I want you guys excited. I want you guys raising capital. I want testimonies. I want people giving me testimonies saying, Marvin, because of the videos that you and Gloria dropped, I was able to raise X amount of dollars. And I want you guys excited. So I'm going to talk about a little bit about the mistakes that I see people make. Some of the mistakes that I see people make when it comes to funding is they don't have a good credit score. Like if I could tell you 90% of the problem is they have old collections, they got late payments, they got too many inquiries. Like you got to remember, you can't have a lot of inquiries if you're trying to raise capital. The bank looks at that as if you're greedy or you're shopping for money and you're looking to raise a bunch of money and not pay for it. That's what the bank thinks. Now, I can show you how to prove them wrong by you deleting those inquiries. If even after this replay goes on, if you guys need help deleting inquiries, please leave that in the chat for me, okay? Drop AI in the chat if you need help with your credit. Even when the replay comes on, I check my messages all the time. Drop something in the chat. Let me know that you guys need help when it comes to looking at this stuff, because, it can be something simple that you guys are doing that could really hold you back. And I don't want that to hold you back, guys. I want you guys to be